this gorgeous rear living Cougar floor plan just got way more affordable. Let's check it out. Welcome to the all-new 2024 Keystone Cougar 29RLISE. That's right, an SE. This is a special edition, a limited run, and what they've essentially done is they've taken the amazing 29RLISE floor plan and they've kind of taken away a few of the bells and whistles just to bring the price point down a little bit. But I love it because at its core, it is still a Cougar. You still have the Cougar build. You still have the vast majority of Cougar amenities. So I'll go over a few things, a few of the changes, so that way you can decide if it's right for you. And for a lot of people, I think you're gonna say, yes, I want it. And remember, this one is a limited time only. So to my knowledge, once they are gone, they are gone. Let's actually start off right here in the kitchen. Obviously, we're going to spend a lot of time here. If you're not familiar with this floor plan, basically what you get is you get two opposing slide outs. Right? You have a slide out on both sides, really opens this space up and allows for a kitchen island. In any floor plan, no matter what it is, to get a kitchen island, you have to have slides on both sides. That's what they've done here. And it is a large island as well. You have great prep space, which I love. You have a thermal-formed countertop, which is actually lighter than a solid surface, but it still allows you to undermount the bowl. So it gives that clean look. And the double stainless steel bowl in here, nice deep sink. And you have both the drying rack as well as your cutting board. And of course, the high-rise pull-out faucet here as well. The other big advantage to the island is not just prep space, but also kitchen storage space underneath. And you can see they loaded this thing up. I mean, you have drawers galore right in here, and underneath the sink itself, I love that they did this. It is very open. You can fit not only one, but actually two trash cans side by side in there if you want. And for me personally, that is just an absolute huge win. Now, not only do you have this prep space, but it has good flow in the kitchen as well. I can go right over here if I need to and cook, come right back over here and start prepping. And so again, you just have that good flow all the way around. I also like that the 3-burner cooktop is centered. So that way, if I need to put stuff on either side of it, I can. Sometimes it's too close to a wall. I like the placement. Oven underneath, of course, storage all the way around, as well as up top on both sides of the microwave. And you get a nice big pantry with adjustable shelving, because if a manufacturer actually installed a shelf way up here, I would be furious. Luckily, it's adjustable, so you can drop everything down and customize it to the way you want it. Good lighting up top, and it's nice looking as well. It's not, you know, obscene. A lot of times manufacturers will put lighting in and I'm like, what in the world are they thinking? But not the case here. It actually looks pretty good. While we're up on the ceiling, a few more things. You obviously have a bunch of puck lights as well as the AC. This is one of the things they changed. You're looking at a Furion AC versus the Coleman Mach AC system with the residential filter. So it is a little bit different AC system they have in here. Again, helping to bring that price point down a little bit. Taking a look at the fridge, you have the 12-volt Furion fridge here, plenty of space in there. So if you need good cold storage, I think that one definitely does the trick, no issues at all. And over on the other side is kind of like the buffet table, the bar top, that extra storage space. If you need more kitchen appliances like an air fryer, this gives you a spot to put it. Storage up top, and of course all the way down below, so just great storage overall. Now, we also have good seating space, right? You've got to be able to cook. You also want to be able to eat that meal. So here we go. We have the 4 chairs. The thing I like about this table the most is not that it's completely legless, but darn near, because you have the dream style dinette. Or well, I guess it's not. I guess it is just it's just a legless table. Look at that. Love that. It's just not a dinette. What am I thinking? So it is essentially a legless table. It just fits up against the wall. Do enjoy that style of table. Windows kind of all around the back here as well, and you still get roller shades. You'll also notice the super comfortable seating right down underneath here. Love theater seats. The cup holders do light up if you're into the light look. There that is. You'll also notice a few things you have on either side here. You do have a massage feature as well as a little bit of heat. So if you want to kick that on, kick back and relax, you can. And we'll see in a little bit that, of course, is straight across the entertainment center, exactly where you want it to be. Along the back of the floor plan is the sofa. This is the tri-fold, which means it's a heck of a lot more comfortable than the old school pullouts where you have that bar in your back because the mattress is this thick. You know what I'm talking about. This one is much better. It's still not going to be like a Serta mattress, right? It's not going to be a sleep number, but your guests won't hate you in the morning. So you can actually pull this out, have a spot for guests to sleep, and you have end tables on the side, which I always enjoy because I always like having, a drink by my side, and that gives the opportunity to do so. Plus, right underneath, you have electrical outlets and USB ports, plus more storage right across the top. So again, great rear living floor plan. And as we could talk about it a little bit more, you can see where they just kind of, took a few things out. Now, one thing I do want to point out, the outlets, you still have inverted outlets, okay? The difference here is that this one doesn't come with a solar flex. You can get it, right? It is prepped for it, whereas most of your Cougars do come with the 220. This one does not. Another change you will see is your control panel. Instead of having the one control system, you have just your physical buttons in here. So again, is this a deal breaker? Is this something that you're like, man, I love the one control? There's definitely some advantages to it, but if it's not a deal breaker for you, again, this one can certainly save you some money. Taking a step into the bathroom. Still a porcelain bowl. Man, if they went to a plastic, I would be, that's a no-go for me. That's one you can't cut. But you still have a porcelain bowl, good shoulder space, great leg space, linen closet. The shower is plenty large. I mean, obviously, I could stand in there. I can stand here and it's not an issue. So I can stand in the shower. It's not raised or anything like that. You have the seat in there too. I like the countertop. It's actually a nice clean look. It kind of reminds me of what I have at home, actually. Stainless steel bowl in there. And then, you still get storage underneath. You still have enough space for a bathroom trash can, which is wonderful. And I do want to point out, you're still getting the tankless water heater. So that's great. The fact that that's one of those things I personally really like, because I'm going to be honest, I take showers that are way too long and my wife yells at me all the time and it steams up our whole bathroom and it's a big ordeal. But the fact that they have it still in this, I think is pretty darn cool. Take a look at the bedroom itself. Queen bed right in the center. Let's be honest, folks, a queen's all you need in an RV. I get so many people that they say, I have to have a king bed. I'm telling you, the space you sacrifice to have a king, in my opinion, in most floor plans, is not worth it. It makes it harder to make the bed. The queen is, love having a queen bed. Anyway, storage on both sides. You have nightstands there as well, plus of course your outlets, storage all across the top. Slide out wardrobe. So if you need some additional hanging space, you have that right there. And last but not least, this one is still prepped for a second AC. They can't skimp on the major things. They definitely didn't do it here. This one still has great climate control. And if you want a TV in the bedroom, boom, you are good to go. Now let's take a look at some of the outside features on the Cougar 29RLISE SE. Starting off right up front, still give you a great pin box. You get that Road Armor pin box. It has a pivoting head on here, which helps when you stop and start your tow vehicle so you don't get that jerking motion. As we take a look underneath here, a couple things I really like about this. One, just great cable management overall. You'll see everything is tied up the way that it should be. You'll also notice that you have a spare tire in here. That way it's going to be protected from the elements. Your battery box, again, something that they didn't have to do, but I really enjoy the fact you have the terminals right here on the top. So if you have to disconnect your battery, easy to do so. And then your distribution box will be here. This does have your battery disconnect built in. And then right next door to that is your prep for your tire pressure monitoring system. The other prep that is in here is solar prep. As I mentioned, this one does not have the solar on it, but if you want it, it is still prepped for it. So let's say you're not 100% sure. You're like, hey, I think I'm going to mainly take this to campgrounds. Don't really need solar. Great. You can buy it just as it is. And if later on down the road you decide that you're going to be a little more adventurous and stay places where you don't have shore power and you want to get those solar, you can just have it installed at a later date. Open this up real quick just to show you do still have two 30-pound tanks here, one on this side as well as one on the other. And if we take a look at the basement storage, garage storage, whatever you want to call it, you have great space all the way throughout here. You don't have any plumbing or anything that is in the way, so you have full access. You don't have to worry about hitting anything, pulling it out. Everything is nice and finished off. And right over here to the side is TV connection. So if you want an outside TV, you can plug it in right there as well as have this connection. And again, that one is pre-wired for an inverter. So if you do get, that solar system with the inverter, that one will work without having shore power. Another electrical outlet right outside here. Another thing I want to point out, we talk about quality, we talk about Cougar, and this one definitely has it, right? I mean, you have solid slam latch baggage doors. These are metal components, folks. Metal components. These are not plastic. Big, heavy door, shuts the way it should. You have magnetic catches, which are definitely better than the plastic ones, because as we know, those plastic ones don't hold, and if a kid does come, either A, it's going to fall, or B, they're going to break that plastic clip. The magnet is definitely the way to go. And then taking a look up top for entertainment, you also have a couple outside speakers, plus you're going to have the 12-volt power awning with LED light strip. Not only do you have the one, but you have a second one right back here. So you have great awning coverage basically across your entire campsite. You also see the Lippert solid steps on here. Now, these are aluminum treads, nice and easy, very secure. I'm a pretty big guy. You can see I can hop up and down on those. Plus, you have the safety rail by MoRide. I honestly really like this system. It's super easy to use. You can see, again, I can put a lot of weight on here, and it's not going to fold up or anything. If you push up on the bottom like that, boom. It's super quick and easy to deploy. Pull it back out, pull it down, good to go. Making our way back a little bit further here, we will come around to the back side. Just a couple more things that I do want to hit on real quick. As we come to the back side, one, you will see the ladder, 250-pound weight capacity on there. You can climb up onto the fully walkable roof again. I mean, this is made in the exact same plant as the Cougar. You basically have these same construction methods on here. Backup camera prep there as well. 50 amp detachable power cord will plug right in here because, as we mentioned inside, this one does have that second AC prep. And if we drop down, we will see that we have the receiver hitch. So you can't tow a boat with this one, but it does have the ability to allow you to bring like a bike rack or something like that. You can slide it into that hitch. The floor system, by the way, I mean, again, we talk about that construction. It still has the hyperdeck floor. I mean, great flooring, lighter weight. This thing basically just has, like I said, everything that you want at a little bit lower price point. So if you're thinking about it, you're like, Ian, I love the Cougar. I love the design. I love how well built they are. But, you know, some of the bells and whistles I just don't need. I don't need solar. You know, why am I paying for it? Well, with this one, this limited edition, you don't have to. But as I mentioned, once these ones are gone, folks, and I truly mean it, they are gone. And if you're interested in this one, well, I will leave a link in the description of this video with price and nearest availability. You can click on that and find out for yourself and see if this is the right move for you. As always, folks, thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker, and until next time, we'll see you.